Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Aliya Rahayu. I'm from class 5 TP1. So in this opportunity, I would like to explain to you about morphology of the Sasak language. So in this presentation, I will discuss the main morphological characteristic of the Sasak language, which is spoken by people in Lombok. I will cover several sections including the introduction, data collection, morpheme analysis, example of inflection and derivation, morphological process, comparative reflection with English, challenges in the analysis, and the final is my conclusion. So for the introduction, the Sasak language is spoken on the island of Lombok, Indonesia, and it belongs to the Austronesian family, specifically with the Malayo-Polynesian subgroup. Although Sasak shares some similarities with Indonesian and Balinese, it has its own unique morphological system. Morphology, as we know, is the study of how words are formed and how morphemes, the smallest unit of meaning, are combined to create word and express grammatical or lexical information. In the Sasak language, morphological processes as affixation, reduplication, and compounding are highly productive. This process not only forms new words but also shows the cultural identity and creativity of Sasak speakers. Studying Sasak morphology helps us understand how language structure reflect both grammatical function and local culture. So for the data collection is in this project, I collect data from native Sasak speakers and some written material. So the first is Berembe, it's how, Lalo is it, which mean go, Ngerawas which means speak, Mangan which mean eat, Nginam which mean drink, and Bale which mean house, Pelungguh you in a polite way, Begawean it's which mean work, Belean which mean big thing, and Dende is which mean very small. This example shows that Sasak vocabulary is diverse and often formed through process like affixation and reduplication. So for the morpheme analysis, so in this section is the first example is pemangan, is the word pe, and the mangan. Pe is a bone morpheme, mangan is free. It's the derivational form meaning the act of eating. So the next is dende, which a reduplicate word meaning very small. And the next is belean, which means bele plus an, where bele is free and an is bone, forming a noun meaning big things. So the next is penyambang, pe plus nyambang, forming is which means is visitor. Nulis to nu plus list is forming the verb to write. From this analysis, we can see how Sasak use prefix, suffix, and reduplication to create new meanings and grammatical forms. So for the inflectional examples, the first is aku becomes aku. The suffix ki indicates possession which means mine, and the next is mangan become the mangan. The prefix di marks the passive form meaning eaten, and the next is batur becomes baturku. Again, the suffix ku indicates possession or which mean my friends. So the next is nginam becomes penginam. The prefix pang marks habitual or agents, which mean drink. So the next is beli becomes mbeli. The prefix marks the active form meaning to buy. This example shows how inflectional morphemes in Sasak mostly mark grammatical relationships such as possession, voice, and aspect. So the next is derivational examples. So the example is the first is gawe become pegawean, which mean work or job. Ajar become pengajar, which mean from learn or teacher. And the next is mangan becomes pemangan, which mean from eat to the act of eating. Bele to kebele, which from big to bigness. which mean bigger. And the next is bale, which mean to be balean, from house to housing or place. This derivational process shows how Sasak uses affix like pe, peng, ke, and ang to create new lexical items and meanings. So the next is morphological process. The Sasak language shows several key morphological process. The first is affixation, such as pe plus mangan, which means pemangan, where the prefix forms a noun meaning the act of eating. So the next is reduplication, like dende, which means very small, used to extensively meaning. And the next is compounding, as in bale plus batu, bale batu, which means stone house. And the next is borrowing. For example, sekolah, which is borrowed from Indonesian and Malaysian. And the next is conversion, where a round change function without any affix, like mangan, meaning both to eat and food. All of this process shows the productivity and creativity of Sasak morphology. So the next is comparative reflection versus Sasak versus English. Both languages use affixation, but they do endure differently. English mainly use suffix like as, ad, are, or ness. For example, walk, walks, teach, teachers, happy, happiness. Sasak, on the other hand, has much richer systems. It uses both prefix and suffix such as di, me, pa, ke, and an. For instance, mangan, dimangan, passive, gawe, to pegawaian or work or job. English is more analytic, meaning it uses separate word to show grammatical meaning, while Sasak is more synthetic, meaning it combines morpheme inside one word. This shows that Sasak has more flexible and productive morphology, reflecting its Austronesian linguistic roots. So, the challenges in this analysis is, during this project I faced several challenges. The first is it was difficult to distinguish between inflectional and derivational morpheme because some affix can act as both depending on context. The second, the Sasak language has many dialects such as Mataram, Central Lombok, and S Lombok, which is its own variation in affixation. The third is there is a lack of standardized written references. So much of the data was collected from oral sources, which is required carefully in interpretation. Despite this challenge, the analysis helped me understand the richness and complexity of Sasak morphology and how local languages maintain their unique grammatical structure. So, in this conclusion, the morphology one of the Sasak language is rich, productive, and deeply connected to cultural identity. Sasak uses multiple morphological processes such as affixation, reduplication, and compounding to form word and express meaning. It shows the language is not just a communication tool but also a reflection of culture and creativity. So maybe that's all from me. Thank you very much for your attention. That is the end of my presentation of the morphology of the Sasak language. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.